Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. Oh. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Darko Show. Hope you guys are having a freaking fantastic day. How is everyone doing today? How are you feeling? How are we feeling on this lovely day? Matt Gaetz just did a speech nomination for Trump. I know I'm actually going to play that bad boy. Trump as speaker would be the most entertaining show in the history of Congress. It would be amazing. Honestly, I'm ready for it. I'm excited about it. Just good to finally show. Dude, you look like my dentist after he had a nervous breakdown. This is what the Republicans have turned me into. All right. just got rid of everything. Just kind of losing myself a little bit. I'm gonna catch up on y'all's stuff. What's up, man? I hope you guys are having a fantastic time. I hope you're catching up with all this stuff. Willie, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate you. Especially as somebody who's dealing with...
Williancore_day super chatted $2.
Thank you. Somebody who's dealing with male pattern baldness. I need all the help I can get. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Willie. You're amazing. I appreciate you, man. Supporting my channel with all you do emotionally and with your duelers. It means a lot to me. Let's check in on... Get in the chat. Let me know what your thoughts are and everything. Let's check in on what's going on at the house.
Panetta.
As we
Jeffries.
speak.
Pappas.
But I look like your dentist?
Pasquarel.
Does your dentist look like this? Open wide.
Jeffries. Payne.
Open your mouth.
Jeffries. Pelosi.
Jeffries.
Jeffries. Peltola. Jeffries. Pence. McCarthy. Perez.
Republicans did make my
Jeffries.
gingerness go away. Thank you for saying that.
Perry.
They just, right here though, right here. It's all away. It's just the unfortunate
Peters.
reality of life, man. You get older.
Jeffries.
Some of us
Henderson.
hide it. It's always been underneath
Jeffries.
my hat this whole time.
Lugar.
This whole time.
McCarthy. Phillips.
All right, let's
Jeffries.
go through some of the crazier clips of the day. This is the frat guy who's too old to join the frat but decides to pledge anyways. Look. I'm doing my best, man. Speaking of doing your best, I don't know if you guys know this yet, but this is huge. This is breaking, and I think everyone should know this. The Joker is pregnant. DC released a comic with the Joker who become pregnant and gives birth to a mud monster who transforms into a child version of himself, who he will adopt as his son. I don't know how much longer I can do this, says this woman. It says, well, we have here, I think you're pregnant. I think you're right. Do we have a good OBGYN to use? This is what we've come to. The Joker is getting pregnant. Oh, God. Amen, though. Amen. I'm glad. It's like finally a superhero I can get behind. A man that can get pregnant is a man that I trust. A man that I can get behind, a man that I want to be. If anyone can pull it off, it's definitely the Joker. Yes. Yeah, because if you bathe in toxic waste, you can give birth too. Welcome to the clown work. Joker's pregnant, please, for the love of God, pull the plug. I'm ready. I know. Easily one of my favorite villains of all time is now pregnant, which I'm just like so happy for him. I'm genuinely so happy for the little mud monster. I don't know if that's a wink and a nod at some racism, but I'm just going to assume it is because Look at this picture right here. Oh my gosh. I'm ready as ever to be Atomic Skull. Are you ready? If Jack Nicholson was dead, he'd be rolling in his grave. Exactly. So stunning and so brave. Almost as much as me finally showing what was underneath my hat this whole time. I don't know who's more stunning and brave, him or me. I'm going to say him because I can't even do that. I don't have enough faith. I can't believe. I can't dream. But I wanted to pass that along because these are important times. We need to stand up for our fellow brethren that's pregnant. But here's the Matt Gaetz speech as we get right into it. Might want to get your hands on this comment. It might be worth some money in a few years. I hope, that's probably a good point. Well, at least you hope and assume that we will eventually get rid of this fad that is being obsessed with yourself and calling this stunning and brave, because it's only a matter of time. It's like you pray. It's like Furbies. You just want it to go away. Please God, just let the Joker be constipated. Well, he did give birth to a mud monster, so that could have been a huge turd. For all we know, these are big things. But here's Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz. it's like almost comical at this point. So just so for context, after he gives his speech, he immediately sits down and watch him give a reaction to
Gaetz.
Majority Taylor Greene.
Trump.
Look at Majority Taylor Greene. Boy, you crazy.
Gallagher.
You so silly with all that.
McCarthy. Gallego.
That's my man. Okay, but here's the speech.
My friends, when Donald Trump was president, taxes were cut, regulations were slashed, energy was abundant, wages were rising, capital was returning from overseas to fund the dreams and ambitions of our fellow Americans,
I hope so.
and the economy was roaring. What a contrast to what we have seen from this administration now. And so I rise to nominate Donald
Majority Taylor Greene's saying gonna kill you, probably. Just like, I can do more pull-ups than you.
Trump for the position of Speaker of the House. And for all of the vitriol that we hear from the media and at times the left, there were great moments of bipartisanship under the Trump presidency. And the Democrat nominee for Speaker knows that well because he led valiantly on the efforts for criminal justice reform, and I was honored to join him. And I know no matter who's sitting in that speaker chair, we got a lot of work to do on that very issue. We took a first step, but there's a second step and a third step to take, and I'm glad that we were able to work with President Trump, with Republicans, and with Democrats to provide real outcomes for Americans, to create greater prosperity and more opportunity. I also care deeply about President Trump's focus on our nation's veterans. It seemed for far too
What's up, Queen? Majority Taylor Greene clapped seconds later for Gaetz. Oh, I'm sure she did. It's like, I don't know what they're doing, but I love it. I will not rest until either Kirk Douglas or Jesse the Body Ventura is wielding in the gavel. Who am I kidding? I'm taking a nap for 20 minutes.
long on the campaign trail.
Jesse the Body Ventura is here as House Speaker.
Veterans were disregarded, forgotten about. When we would get elected to office, their issues would not always rise and get center stage, but we were able to pass veterans accountability measures. We were able to actually get people fired at the VA who weren't doing their job. What a great thing that would be to extend and continue to nourish. President Trump oriented our views on trade.
We need a wrestler in Congress. Enough said. Yes, 100%. Put in Hulk Hogan.
So that we actually put
You know that Hulk Hogan never did steroids?
the American people first, not foreign interests abroad.
Just eat a
or
balanced
special
diet.
interests here at home. President Trump knew that we had to confront China, that China had already engaged in a trade war against us, but it was a war that we were surrendering, and so we started to fight back. He stood with our farmers, and on foreign policy, we stopped trying to find a new Jeffersonian democracy to build out of sand and blood and Arab militias in the Middle East. Matter of fact, President Trump, I believe, is the first president in my lifetime.
Said prayers in his vitamins too. Yeah, good call. Thank you.
That I know unites some elements of the right and left for the benefit of our communities.
Will the House be in order?
Order, mother.
This government for far too long has been deeply corrupt. This town has been deeply corrupt. The way people get leadership positions, and chairmanships, and opportunities to be able to morally preen has been by accepting lobbyist and special interest money and redistributing that money as currency for favors. And that is not a criticism of either political party. It is a criticism of what we have allowed to happen in this place. And if we just...
This is literally how democracy... I know. This is like the most amazing part of this is that you have these outlets, Democratic leaning, of course, Democrat leaning, are calling this like, wow, such chaos, so crazy. It's like, no, this is what we've all been wanting. I don't know, debate, not just one party ruler that's like, this is how we're going to act forever. Like, I don't trust a New York Republican to speak for me in my district. So why would you?
Just go next man up on our side of the aisle. We will reify that corrupt system.
We're witnessing history. This is the first time we've seen Congress do anything remotely resembling democracy in almost 40 years. Yeah. Well, this hasn't happened since the Civil War. This many times we voted on Speaker of the House that I read. Neither Barry Bonds and Mark McGuire. Yeah, neither of them did drugs.
And we will abandon the people who are expecting us to fight for them. I have heard from my colleagues about all the important work we have to do, and it is my sincere fear that if we were to allow Mr. McCarthy to assume the speakership, that would not get done. That it would be business as usual, and the very same things that have paralyzed progress for both parties would continue to shackle us to never-ending failure.
100%.
We can be better than that. We can raise our gaze indeed. We also have to restore to the Speaker's office an actual person that ought to be in the Speaker's office, not the squatter who is currently there. And if the architect of the Capitol is listening, I sent a letter, and I would like to know what the basis is to allow somebody to occupy the Speaker's office who comes in second place 10 straight times. Is there like some basis in law or rule or precedent for that? And so I nominate President Trump because we must make our country great again, and he can start by making the House of Representatives great again.
Nominating President Trump. You want it. I want it. Just for the laughs. For me, personally. That's literally all I want him to be there for. But then we have more of this. Let's get a Democrat to respond to Trump being elected. Here we go.
When we defended our democracy 2 years ago tomorrow from a tyrannical president following the January 6th insurrection, they said no. When we defended
a tyrannical president? That's all I could think about when I see this. Excuse me. Excuse me. I love how Bubber told McCarthy there was indeed treating members, not giving committees. Yes, it would be so entertaining. It would be. I give $250, 250 to 1 odds that Trump is being speaker. Yeah, I don't put any money in that. Speaker DJ sounds good to me. Yeah, it does. Our democracy, that's actually a republic. Yeah, we could all dream that we live in a real place like that. I wish Godzilla would swallow that woman. Me too. Me freaking too. Let's check on them right now. Let's see, where are they at? At least they're still counting. Oh, McCarthy not doing too well.
Farragon, Jeffries.
This is like the Super Bowl of politicians. All right, we got more clips to go through. I think this tweet, I think this tweet like perfectly sums up everything I've been thinking about the last few days. This tweet right here. Taking a few days to elect a speaker is not embarrassing. Congress passing $1.8 trillion spending bill without reading it that secured the borders of Oman, freaking Jordan, and not our own country is embarrassing. The fact that our Congress doesn't even read our bills is the most embarrassing and ridiculous thing ever. And then the fact that like you say like maybe our bill should be on 5 pieces of paper max because these people don't have enough time to actually do this. People are like, why? They just rather bloat the bills up so much so that everyone gets happy and so everyone just votes on it. They don't actually have to read it and be held accountable. They're still held up with 20 rebel soldiers forcing the strong. Yeah. How much do you want to bet that Nancy Pelosi couldn't point out? Dude, I don't even know if I could. Okay, here is... Remember what Dan Crenshaw said yesterday? Where Dan Crenshaw called these people holding up McCarthy getting pushed through terrorists. And then he went on a tweet storm last night saying it was just hyperbole, of course. But here is him reflecting on that.
So does it come back to Congressman I just wonder, you're closer to the situation than I'll be. You've been in those rooms. You've been very clear with these people how you feel. Several of them had talked to me about, it's a vibe that they don't like Kevin McCarthy. They don't really like the fact that he's using the speaker's office.
That's right. It's just a vibe. No other reason. It's just a vibe. God, these are our adults. Bankrupting a republic, putting American people into the debts is treason.
Office in the interim, that he's arrogant, that they personally don't get along with him. Not all, I want to stress, but a good many, because to your point in these concessions that Mr. McCarthy has made, it's not enough. Maybe this comes back to a twist on that old phrase, Congressman.
So people upholding their oaths make them terrorists, yes. And in these people's eyes, if you're not for the establishment, you're against the establishment. Therefore, you are the bane of existence. Boba and Gaetz are Luke and Layla Skywalker, the chosen ones. Fox News sucks. Did you hear Hannity earlier? I watched Hannity last night grilling Lauren Boebert. I'm just like, dude, tell me you like. There's just like this weird, like the old establishment Republicans who like still think George Bush was a good president, and then there's like this new wave that is just splitting the parties apart, which is a good thing. You want diversity of thought. You don't want the same people just all like, we all agree on this. You want more diversity of thought, and so you're just seeing that split more and more. You're seeing Hannity go in that's why Lindsey Graham feels safe to go on that show compared to Tucker Carlson. Hannity's a sellout. Hannity just sucks. I hate Hannity. He's obnoxious to listen to. What about Jim Jordan for Speaker of the House? Anybody. The Union Party doesn't want to be executed. Have some sympathy. The Union Party. Passing bills like this, actively working against the people of the Republic is literally because sense of war. Yes.
It's not business. Quite the opposite. It's personal.
Yeah. And if that sounds petty to you, it should, because it sounds petty to me. Again, you don't come up here because you don't like everybody. You come up here for the business of the American people. Nobody else ran against Kevin McCarthy. Look,
Yeah, you have a good track record of that.
I would have a very different opinion on how this is going if one of them had been running for the last year, raising money, getting members elected, trying to win the majority, like openly running against Kevin McCarthy. But that's not what happened. They pull all this stuff out at the 11th hour. They keep picking different candidates that they're going to support. They don't have a plan. So I have very little respect for this idea that, I don't like them. They keep changing their reasons. They get what they want, and then they come up with a different reason why they can't do it.
No, they don't. You just don't want to acknowledge the actual real reasons. They don't trust him as a politician because he lies. Yikes Factory, what's up?
You don't have to like
That's
somebody.
good.
It's not about
Captain Dan Crenshaw beat Nancy Pelosi in the stock market.
the personality. It's about what's important
That's
to
when
the
you know
American
you're good.
people. And the American people don't care about these quabbles, these petty differences.
Just checking in on the Speaker of the House, man. I hope you're doing well. X Factory. I Patch McCain.
What they care about is an open
Best
border.
insider
What they
21.
care about is their health.
We should be celebrating whoever is the best insider trader, which seems like everyone should be the best, should win. Why is Dan Chalker speaking to the American people? Because he's the establishment Republican.
Care costs are too high. What they care about is that Biden is attacking our energy industry. They care about things that actually matter to them, and they want us to solve them. You know, the first bill we were going to vote on, if this had gone smoothly, was defunding 87,000 IRS agents that the Democrats feel the need to empower to go after you and your taxes. We want to stop that. Right? We want to fix our military. We want to focus on China. You called me member-elect. Why did you call me that? Because I'm not a member of Congress right now. I can't get classified briefings. I can't do my job. I can't do what we're supposed to do to fix the border. I can't tell you what's going on with the cartels and introduce legislation to combat.
So Dan Crenshaw finally admits it. It's not me. It's you. To finally know what's really going on in that head of his. But then I like that he is still complaining about this, but this is where it gets fun for me. Because let's check in and see if there's any updates. Okay, they're just talking. Oh my gosh, there's Jeffries right there.
I nominate President Trump because we must make our country great again, and he can start by making the House of Representatives.
What's a pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet? If you better say R.
Great.
B.
Again.
What?
Max Cohen, who writes for Punchbowl News, has a quote from Patrick McHenry, who is a McCarthy ally and has been negotiating with those 20 holdouts. Quote, each meeting is more positive than the last. He adds that the goal...
All right, let's go. Now, blistering barnacles? What? Okay, now let's go to what does Fox News think of people who don't want Kevin McCarthy? Because they're showing their true colors. These daggum insurrectionists? Don't you love when they use that language? Here we go.
Discuss ways to get around this and try to come together today at noon.
Right, but here's the thing. If you pick Jim, just so insincere the insurrectionists are, I probably shouldn't use that word, the people that don't want to vote for Kevin McCarthy. They would disagree with that. Right, saboteur.
Discuss ways to get...
Oh, what? Let's just hear that one more time.
Around this and try to come together today at noon.
Right, but here's the thing. If you pick Jim, just so insincere the insurrectionists are,
Freudian slip? Something you've been saying for the last few days? Something you've been thinking about over and over again? Shout out to conservative political news. Long John Silver's. This is how we sunk. A legitimate disagreement is now part of with insurrection. God, that is like the statement of the century, Papa. This idea that if you don't agree with the establishment, you are therefore an insurrectionist. You are therefore other. You need to go to a re-education camp and rethink some of these thoughts and ideas you've been putting in your head. Who are you going to for your news? Huh? Are you going to these crazy podcasts who are thinking for themselves? Or are you coming to us, Fox News, a fair and balanced conversation? It's us. You want to listen to us, you can trust us. You can't trust people like Derek O'Shea. The guy's a douche. I swear, don't listen to him. He's the worst person on earth. Debate is treason. Yeah, because literally this is all we've been watching him do is debating. And it's like, wow, this is honestly okay, the last week, the last few days, watching them actually talk and have to, show up for their job has been one of the most refreshing things I've ever watched. Even if you are a liberal and you lean more towards Democrat, I haven't seen this. I feel like I'm watching something from Britain, you know, where they're all screaming at each other in their chamber, but we never see this crap. If only this was more how it is. Well, if only they were held accountable for actually being forced to work. The standoff in Houston is the guy that set it fire. That's why they don't debate in government. I get my news from you, Derek. Your wigs tell me more truth than anybody on MSNBC. Yes, you know it. I've been holding this truth for so long that I'm actually like this. Okay, let's... I got more clips to catch up on, see if there's any... Uh-oh. So McCarthy doesn't have the votes for 12th speaker. 12th speaker vote possible tonight. I don't think this has ever happened before, because I just looked up this, and this is House Speaker reaches the 10th ballot for the first time since Civil War, which is awesome. It's like, wow. I know people are making it like, you see all these political commentators like freaking out about it. Why? Because a couple of days they weren't allowed to actually work. Maybe they'll actually be more focused on actually doing a better job once they finally get fully in power. Just imagine if they actually did this for the 1.7 trillion bill. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That bill, Ukraine, you could name it. If anything, if they actually had to debate, and then we could actually hold them accountable for things that they say in the debate rather than voting yes or no. And you just feel like, why did you vote yes or no? We don't know. We don't have a reason why. I want them stressed out and sweating in their suits. UK is pure theater. They are totally paralyzed. I want them stressed out. UK is pure theater, but it is kind of nice. It makes you feel like they actually are trying to do something. They actually care. Whereas our guys, I'm like, I can't remember the time I've even like seen debate on the House floor. Seriously, I cannot even think of a time when there was this many people talking. He lost another one, 24 votes. Yep. Remember when Trump mentioned Civil War when he ran? Yes. Well, he does mention Civil War a lot because he says, some have compared me to Lincoln. The greatest president ever. Me, maybe being one or two. Let's check on your poll to see who you wanted to be Speaker of the House. Where are we at? Crowd, what's up? When I see 41% Trump, Derek O'Shea gets 35%. Amen. When I see pictures of them deliberating, I hear them saying harumph and blazing saddle. Harumph, harumph. Yeah, me too. That whole Andrew Jackson thing. That whole thing or whatever. Let's check in on. See if there's no. I like that they voted last night whether to go home or not. And they almost didn't go home. That's what I was here for.
And if you were just joining us.
We need to pass a bill to see what's in it. Nancy Pelosi. I feel like she actually did say that at some point.
Enough votes. While we wait for this official tally, we can see on your screen, lawmakers are crossing.
These insurrect. We need Andrew Jackson more to. We need freaking George Washington more than ever. All right, let's go to new clips. This is breaking news. Just to change things up a bit. LeBron James comes out and says he listens to a lot of Beethoven before games. Sure. Sure, me too, man. It was about healthcare bill, I believe. No, she literally did say that. Okay, I do believe that. I don't. There are so many times she says things I don't even remember. She said that. Okay, I believe you. You get all like crazy on me. Do you believe LeBron James listens to Beethoven before games? Do you believe that as much as he's read that Malcolm X book? Yeah. Maybe that's why he's been sucking lately. All right, here we go. More clips to go through. Oh, let's talk about this real quick. Let's talk about this crap. Dude, this LeBron can't even spell Beethoven. Be honest, did you did you spell check Beethoven? You could be honest. Beethoven, nobody else, like classical music in general. Much like your dentist. Okay, I saw this article. This is from the San Francisco Standard. So you know you can trust it. And this is the title of this article. These doctors push masking, COVID lockdowns on Twitter. Turns out they don't exist. What? Last month, Dr. Robert Honeyman lost his sister to COVID. They wrote about it on Twitter, receiving dozens of condolences, over 4,000 retweets, and 40,000 likes. 43,000 likes. Exactly 1 month later, December 20th, Honeyman wrote on another tragedy befallen the family. Sad to announce that my husband entered the coma after being on hospital with coma, blah, blah, blah. Again, the condolences, blah, blah, blah. The transgender doctor of sociology and feminist studies with a keen interest in poetry. Okay, this has to be fake. Use the pronouns they, them pronouns. In fact, the stock photo described on depositphotos.com, a royalty-free site, smiling happy. The two fake doctors, whose accounts urged extreme caution about COVID-19, were part of a network of at least 4 fake accounts touted in their ties to the LGBTQ community. See, I was under the impression that it was only the right-wing extremists that were trolls and pushing out misinformation. You mean there were people pushing for stuff like this that were also doing the same? No. It's incredible. It's amazing how many people just fall for this crap. This is the literal definition of medical misinformation. That's exactly what it is. Somebody pretending to be a doctor pushing out this information. It's the same thing as like, I saw a guy on Twitter put out information saying that Hamlin or whatever from the Buffalo Bills did receive a COVID vaccine and they were the ones that gave it to them. Like, and the people were like retweeting it. Like, oh, see? Like, God, stupid. This is the definition of disinformation. Trust me, I'm a doctor, kind of Mr. Blinken. Yeah, exactly. I'm a self-identified leftist. I understand that people have a lot of different identities, but I felt it coincided with the lab and how many identifies horrible experiences we can put on one person. Throughout the pandemic, the Twitter has been an important, if complicated, platform. Medical experts have used it to speak directly to the public about COVID and criticize policies they didn't feel. God. See, you just allow people to have a conversation, and then you won't get more stuff like this. But this is what happens with confirmation bias. If you are far leftist and you see people pushing for masking and harsher lockdowns due to family members, like that, they said, dying due to COVID-19 complications, people. That checks out in their head, and then they retweet it. It happens on the left, happens on the right. Wake up. And that'll happen less. All right, let's keep going through. Let's check back in on the House, see if they're doing anything. It's nice to see them talking. Is this a troll account or an AI bot? It's hard to tell, isn't it? Should have known that they were fake accounts. Dr. Honeywell looks like a poo from the... A little bit. A little bit. What is this? What do you think they're arguing about? I'm telling you, TikTok is a good platform to grow on. Misinformation is half misconstrued, accidental mix-up with some truth. Disinformation purposely utilized to further the truth agenda. Yes. There's always a little bit of truth in a little bit of that kind of stuff. So like the unfortunate thing and just the reality of it all. Let's see what our deep thinkers at ABC are talking about.
In store for us tonight. I mean, are you willing to go all...
Did you try ChatGPT yet? It looks very... Yes, I have. ChatGPT is like very interesting to me. They were talking about yachts.
If they want to break and have a conference or break and have dinner and come back at 10 p.m. or whatever it takes, I think on our side we're fine.
How many more times do you think McCarthy will have before they get someone else to like? Hey, he'll keep going. They're not backing down. I mean, he's got so many votes, and he's an establishment politician. He's not going anywhere. I mean, establishment politicians are so arrogant. They will They will go until you finally submit to their will.
Situation here.
Who's putting the pizza on their expense tonight? Zelensky.
On here, I'm stepping out of frame just to look and see what the. Okay, so here's where we are, and the reason I'm asking you to take the floor, my apologies, is because there's the possibility of an motion to adjourn now on the table that would make lawmakers return to by noon tomorrow. That's what we're waiting to see. What the clerk is going to say if she.
The 34th Congress voted 133 times before they picked the speaker.
Otherwise, what we're looking at is there a deal
let's keep it going.
Kevin McCarthy and his allies and this faction of far-right Republicans who have said that they do not want to vote for Kevin McCarthy.
That's right. If you're against Kevin McCarthy, you're far right. Here's the thing. If my star player loses 12 games in a row, I'm benching the guy in favor for someone else. Yeah, you would think so. That's what real leadership does, and what's what people that aren't just narcissists like Dan Crenshaw calls everyone else who's voting against them. A real true person who isn't a narcissist would be like, you know what, fine. Let's find somebody else. It's better to all agree on Donald's or whoever person they're putting forward, Jim Jordan, I don't care. Then it's just so ridiculous. But they're all like digging their heels in right now. They're trying to show who has the power. It's not the MAGA Republicans. It's these other Republicans that have the power. You know, the Reagan ones. I don't know. Have some respect. I do. You're right. As someone that's also disabled, I do have respect. I'm also disabled.
The tellers agree in their tallies that the total number of votes cast is 432, of which the Honorable Hakeem Jeffries of the state of New York has received 212.
Sorry, didn't know you were a victim person. Yeah, I did. Well, thanks. I appreciate you apologizing. Just make sure, you go give some money to some people with neck braces in order to pay amends. The swamp isn't going to give up. No, heck no. Heck no. We're serious.
The state of California has received 200. The Honorable Byron Donalds of the state of Florida has received 12. The Honorable Kevin Hearn of the state of Oklahoma has received 7.
Killer T-Cell, I just saw what you wrote.
The Honorable Donald J. Trump of the state of Florida
100%,
has received
Baba.
1. With 1 recorded as present. No nominee having received the majority of the votes cast, a speaker has not been elected.
What?
For what purpose does the gentleman from Louisiana seek recognition?
Madam Clerk, I move that the House stands adjourned until noon tomorrow.
Boo.
The question is on the motion that the House stands adjourned until noon tomorrow. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, the noes have it.
You gotta work, baby.
The yeas and nays are requested. Those favoring a vote by the yeas and nays will rise. A sufficient number having risen, the yeas and nays are ordered. Members will record their votes by electronic device.
Dan Crenshaw gets cranky if he doesn't get his nap. Dan Crenshaw starts calling people insurrectionists if he doesn't get his nappy poo-poo.
Jay, as it has been written,
5 more months.
House divided
Yes.
cannot stand. We saw that clear division right there. First with the chants for Hakeem on one side, and then the standing ovation with McCarthy getting those 200 votes.
All right, let's go into some other news. I'll keep checking on this. Don't you worry. We do have some like breaking news, huge news. News I'm excited about. Let's get some music. Happy. Let's get some happy music. Let's see. Wait. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Breaking news. Something I've been waiting for, patiently waiting for a long time. I've been waiting for this moment. Waiting to finally announce this exciting time to be alive. Not just anything to announce. Our friend. Our father. Spiritual father. Our foe. A man that should be taken seriously at all accounts. Almost as serious as my receding hairline. A man that stood for the test of time. A man that stood on the heels of QAnon. Let them know that was a dangerous insurrection. Stood against his party. Stood with proud people like Liz Cheney. A true American hero. A father that led us into many places we should be around the world. Making a difference in lives like you and me. No other than our very own Adam Kinzinger. Joining CNN. I thought he would join MSNBC. Best friend with the ghost of Kiev, exactly. No man, look at the hands, it's perfect. Wow, he's clapping for himself. Adam Kinzinger decides to come out of the closet and announce he's going to be a senior political commentator at CNN. And I will look forward to the day of seeing him, not making fun of him, but embracing him as a brother, as a friend. You know he'd be crazy. Adam Kinzinger, that was going to be my next guess. You would have never guessed it. A friend, a foe. He is beautiful and wonderfully made. Did anybody think? See, I thought Adam Kinzinger was going to MSNBC. I thought, no way. See, he would be on CNN. I was wrong. I thought, crybaby, exactly. I thought, okay, I got to take this off. As somebody, just don't tell my lawyer I'm taking this off. I'm still trying to get my money. It's important to get your money. You know what I mean? Looks like he sits alone at a high school table reunion. Yes, he does. Oh, he freaking does. Hold on a second. Oh. Doom. I thought that music was like, though, beautiful and wonderfully made. Adam Kinzinger was going to... I won. You did win. You won the ride of life. All right, let's get into some other news as we still wait for them. I'm just happy. I'm happy for him. What do I want to Has anybody like been keeping up with Cardi B right now? Cardi B once was on the campaign trail for Joe Biden. I don't know if you remember her right here saying stuff like this before.
All of this has to happen, this crazy stuff that has to happen so they could open their eyes for the past 4 years.
Well, it doesn't have to happen. For example, in 2016, if 18 to 23 or 4-year-olds have voted in the same percentage as the rest of the population, we would have had Hillary Clinton, not him. The vote matters. That's why you...
Okay. So she, early on, was campaigning for him. For us, by us. FUBU. And then she comes out with a tweet today saying this. Nah, grocery shopping prices are ridiculous right now. You might as well eat outside. I don't know what that means. But maybe she's talking about like going hunting or something. I don't know. Finding your lettuce outside. But she's affected by inflation because she obviously didn't always grow up rich. And this is her responding. Excuse the language, by the way. Cardi B, isn't that the one with the weird energy drink endorsed by Lizzo? I have no idea. Why is Cardi B dressed like Uma Thurman from Pulp Fiction? But here is her reacting because everyone was giving her crap. Girl, you rich as hell. Cut that nonsense out. You not one of us no more. Stuff like that. Oh, but this is the perfect one. You endorse politicians like Bernie whose ideas cause this. And of course, people are like so triggered by that, which I love. Yeah, the independent from Vermont had extremely limited power, single-handedly brought down the whole system. But this is her responding. But I love it. When people like this are affected by prices, or at least acknowledging that, it changes the culture, changes the conversation to one that you can no longer just gaslight these people over and over again. Let's listen to Cardi B.
Let me tell you something. When I be complaining about food prices, and y'all motherfuckers be like, "Ain't you rich? Why you complaining about lettuce? Why you complaining about this?" That just goes to show me when you become successful, when you have money, you're gonna go broke soon because y'all not budgeting. I get a summary of the money that's being spent in my home every week. So when I'm starting to see that like groceries is like tripling up, it's like, hey, yo, what the fuck is going on? I want to see for myself what the fuck shit is being spent on. And like when I go to the fucking supermarket, like I went to the supermarket, I'm seeing that everything tripled up. They're like,
I'm trying to censor her. I can't even keep up.
Lettuce was like $2 a couple of months ago, and now it's like fucking $7. Of course, I'm gonna say something. The fuck? Because if I think that shit is crazy, I could only imagine what middle class people or people in the hood is motherfucking thinking. So yes, I'm going to say something. The fuck? And I have a big platform, so I do want anybody that's responsible of these fucking prices to put that shit the fuck down. They're gonna see my shit, they might put it down. So shut the fuck. Let me tell you something. When I be complaining about,
I mean, she ain't wrong. She ain't wrong. That's just good to see. Finally, a celebrity is speaking for the little man as opposed to just, encouraging more establishment people who don't give a crap about you and me. She ain't wrong. It's good to see. It's time to wake up. Stop voting for the same candidates then. What do you mean you don't know who did this? You have no idea? Maybe do a little research. Read an article for once in your life. Don't just watch Adam Kinzinger on CNN. Why is she talking that? What? Eating worms and moose soup? Yum. The people that listen to her music don't care. They get all crazy. Okay. Well, they buck him up. And who's to get for the little guy? A woman who's admitted to drugging and robbing men. Well, there's that. There's that part. Yeah, she was, once a stripper at one point in her life. We've all been there, though. I was a stripper. You were a stripper. we were all strippers at one point. You know what I mean? Strippers for the people.
To half staff. Peloton has agreed to pay.
Okay. But that is, I mean, these people need to never go home. I hope they stay up all night. They pull all-nighters forever. I hope they pull all-nighters forever. Adam Kinzinger has been there. Adam Kinzinger is he's a stripper we've all been looking for. The dude's got a body, right? He's got a body like a shotty. I wasn't a stripper, Derek. I was a hustler, a semi-professional gigolo. You know, you can call yourself whatever you want. I know the true you. I know who is really there down deep inside. It's you. She has that wop to pay for face. Oh, freaking that song. Wait. I still think about this video when I think of her. Wait, what is this? Yeah, here it is. I still think of this video. Let's see if it loads.
This house. There's some whores in this house. I said certified freak. 7 days a week. Wet ass P word. Make that pull-out game weak. Yeah, you effing with some wet ass P word. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass P word. Give me everything you've got for this wet ass P word. Beat it up, N word, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this P word right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a Kegel.
God. Oh wait. The man, the myth, the legend.
Congress will be very productive for the American public.
But some of McCarthy's supporters say he's giving away too much.
We cannot allow a small group of folks commit political terrorism, and that's what they're doing.
Regardless, McCarthy has not.
Political terrorism? Oh my! They're all got the word. That's what you need to call people like you and me. Oh my God.
Not gained any new support.
It is not happening. And as it's been said, we need to get to a point where we start evaluating what life after Kevin McCarthy looks like.
Our thanks to Rachel Scott from, just want to take a live look there at the votes so far. 216 yays. These are people who...
Wait, is that a real thing? Is that really a video? That can't be a real video of Trump. What? How have I never seen this video?
In this house, there's some whores in this house, there's some whores in this house, there's some whores in this house.
Okay.
I said certified freak, 7 days a week, wet ass pussy, make that bull.
Oh my God. It's so ridiculous. I just can't even.
We're voting in favor of adjourning to 213 nays at this moment. Want to return it to ABC's Jay O'Brien, who was there.
Yeah. I see Boebert even take on Hannity last night was like really refreshing.
Next.
Well, it looks like, as of right now, there's at least the possibility that we're on track to adjourn tonight. Republicans were in favor of adjourning. They said they wanted to take a break until tomorrow and start all this over again at noon, thinking that they might be able to come to a deal overnight. But, Lindsay, if you've heard me say that before, it's because I have. They adjourned yesterday thinking they would come to a deal overnight today. So while we have seen a little bit of forward momentum, we heard from some of the McCarthy holdout votes like Ralph Norman, who said he saw an offer, the early draft of a deal. He liked parts of it. He had edits.
Get him,
We've
Roy.
heard from McCarthy allies who say that they are close to a deal. I spoke with one source who's close to these conversations.
If only we had a president who knew about the art of the deal.
Believes a deal is close as well, but the proof is really going to be in the pudding. Is there a deal by tomorrow morning? And is it an agreement that has enough support to get Kevin McCarthy to the 218 votes he needs to be the next speaker? Because there are two problems with any deal. Firstly, it has to get enough of the Never McCarthy or the anti-McCarthy crowd on board. If you have 5 of the Never McCarthy or anti-McCarthy people who don't like this deal, that's enough to scuttle it.
Hey, show some kindness. Congress hasn't worked this hard in decades. Poor snaps. I know. They're sleepy. They're eating pizza for the first time, you know. They're not, you know.
Them opposed to this deal or even opposed to him.
I love that, like, I honestly kind of shows you, like, how our politicians are just children. They're like, what food do we get for takeout? I don't know, pizza. That's all I can think of. Like, what are you, like a 13-year-old boy? I'll have pizza again tonight. These people are like 80 years old. My God. I don't know. Chinese takeout, something healthy, a steak for dinner at a place, some chicken sandwich. I don't know.
And get pizza. And maybe we can go to the arcade when we're done.
Who am I kidding? I would totally love that.
Matt Gaetz is one. He's vocal. He said,
I mean, Nancy Pelosi hasn't had a shot of vodka in like 10 hours.
Indicated he won't vote for Kevin McCarthy on any, or she won't vote for Kevin McCarthy.
Honestly, okay, Killer T-Cell. Okay, that is a comment right there. Some of them are like, hey, this is fun. We should work more often. The laughing I'm hearing, the booing, the uproar and stuff like that, political theater stuff, I think they're actually having fun. And I think they're actually enjoying themselves for the first time ever. And I think a lot of them are having that realization that, like, oh, this job could actually be fun and we could, like, debate. I don't know. I'm hoping a lot of them have that realization, but who am I kidding?
Withdraw their vote.
The minute McCarthy finally gets put through, you're never going to see this again.
That up because I was speaking.
Just kidding. Let's stay white-pilled. We're thinking positively, because if you don't
just pause you 1 second.
Think it, you won't dream it.
So we can return to listen in. We do know the results.
Does any member-elect wish to change his vote or her vote? No change.
Closed.
On this vote, the yeas are 219. The nays are 213. The motion is adopted. Accordingly, the House stands adjourned until noon tomorrow.
Well, Jay, we've heard that before, but I had cut you off. Let's pick up where you were. But at this point,
that's okay.
We do
Noon
know
tomorrow.
that they're going to try again tomorrow.
Yeah, Kevin.
These people are killing me, man.
Try to negotiate.
Something tells me it's going to get through on a Friday. There's no way it would go into next week. Woo, we get to go home. I know.
Say that he believes that they're staying in this fight, A, to back Kevin McCarthy. This member was a McCarthy supporter, but also to
Gosh.
For the murders of 4 from an empty sheet.
Just unbelievable. These people. They're just too much. You can't be asked to do anything. You know? I thought we would have something to go on with, something to actually talk about and get into some real stuff. But nope, we're adjourning. Klaus Schwab is pooping his Depends right now. You guys are crazy. Blast Schools Out by Alice Cooper. Dude, my schools always did that. Call your reps, let them know to keep it up. Or stop cooking class fifth. Yes. Cracking me up. I'm just reading some of your stuff. No, fuck. The Patriots are demanding that they are able to actually are actual representatives. Yes. Like, the fact that like all these like establishment Republicans are just calling them insurrectionists and like political terrorists and stuff like that, it just shows you how insane even our Republican Party has become. They're just as childlike as so many of these far leftists, you know? It's like, for so long, they have been getting annoyed with being called, like, children and called names, and now they're doing the same thing. They're just calling people names. They don't want to actually debate or have a serious conversation. They're just going to call you an insurrectionist, call you this and that in order for you to shut your mouth. They should debate whether, when they are trying to pass trillions of dollars of bills, that we have to pay for it. I wish. I wish they actually cared about that kind of stuff. All my reps are Democrats. They won't listen to me. Why did YouTube censor that? Why? It's just so silly. Yeah, of course. The Democrats are there just trying to raise the roof. The People's Democratic Republic of Michigan is being hell-bent. Stupid jerk faces. I've heard the word insurrection so many times in the last 2 years that the word has lost all meaning. Yes. Same. It's just like racism. Like racist or white supremacist. Like you hear that word so many times. It's meaningless. And the fact that how many people like still call people like that, or like people like Cory Bush calling the whole Donald's vote like he's not like a real black man because he's conservative. It's just so ridiculous. Perfect. Anyone dealing with the storm in California right now? Ooh. Oh yeah. I forget about that storm. Is there a, like, deadly California storm? Is there any kind of updates on that? California storm. Remember Star Trek Insurrection? I wish I could. Yep, yeah, me too. Oops. Call them and pretend to be lefty, try to corrupt their staffers. I wish. That would be hilarious. I wish they would actually care. We should call somebody right now. We should call somebody on... Is there a representative that we could call? I'm sure their offices aren't even working, though. I haven't looked up y'all's stuff in a while. Oh, Willie, I just saw your the shirt. Let me just... Yes! I'm sorry, Willie. Oh my gosh, dude. Yes, so glad. Okay, that shirt looks pretty good. Wait, please tell me it says join us in the right way. Dude, you look amazing. That's awesome. Really cracked me up, dude. That is freaking awesome. I haven't like listened to a voicemail in a long time or anything. There's my number right there. If you want to call in. Derek calls a random representative. You must repeat the words. We tell them. Oh, I would do that. Let's see. Who do we want to call? Kevin McCarthy? Let's see. Kevin McCarthy. Phone number. Office. See if we can find it. Contact Congressman McCarthy. Here we go. Where is his phone number? What is his phone number? Does anybody know? It's 11/7/1983 was a real leftist bombed the Capitol. Yeah, no one talks about that. What is Kevin McCarthy's number? I'm gonna find it. Wait, here it is. I found it. Okay, let's call it. Let's call it right here. Let's enter that number. All right, let me just make sure this is all working right. See if it's... I'm going to call Kevin McCarthy. What should I say? Tell me what I should say to Kevin McCarthy. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, loud. Microphone, perfect. Ringing, perfect. Cool. What should I say? Kevin, I'm very disappointed in you. Thanks to Congress, my pizza is 20 minutes late. My kids are screaming. My dog won't stop sniffing my laundry. Done.
Hi, this is Congressman Kevin McCarthy's office. Unfortunately, we are unable to answer because of our other busy lines. If you'd like to leave a message, please do so along with your contact information after the beep. Thank you.
Yeah, hi, Kevin. I'm very disappointed in you. This is me, Papa from Michigan. Thanks to Congress, my pizza is 20 minutes late. My kids are screaming and my dog won't stop sniffing my laundry. I'm pretty sure my wife is having an affair right now, and to be honest, things have been stressful at work and my liver might be inflamed right now, but I gotta go. One more thing. Shout out to the rhinos. You guys are doing a great job holding up an insurrection as we speak. Just want you to know, Kevin, enjoy your pizza tonight, and it would be nice to have a Republican swimsuit calendar as soon as possible. And may you be on the cover. Love you. Kisses. Oh my God. What the frick? Oh my gosh. That was like an insurrection on my phone. Wait, who do we call now? Let's call Lauren Boebert. Why is it so much fun to call them? I mean, you know they're never gonna pick up. All right, tell me what you want me to say to Lauren Boebert. I'm gonna tell her she did a great job on Hannity. Representative Boebert. Content. What is Lauren Boebert's number? Representative Boebert. Okay, here's her DC office. Perfect. All right, what do you want me to say to Lauren Boebert? Bravo. Thank you. Tear to carry rifles. I feel like that. I don't want to talk about guns on her message machine. I feel like that is like it's like asking to be investigated or some crap. After Lauren do Herschel Walker, does Herschel Walker, like, he doesn't have a Representative Boner, this is Chauncey from International Stakes at Holdings, letting you know that you've been nominated for our annual Good Sport Award. Okay, done. I think that's freaking hilarious. All right, this better be her office. This is her DC office. Okay. I mean, wait a minute, when she we would be honored if you could send us some good vibes for our press conference in Wyoming. All right. All right, here we go. Calendar and Blue Jays and Moons. Okay.
Hi, you have reached the voicemail for U.S. Congresswoman Lauren Boebert's Washington, D.C. office. It is an honor to serve the people of Colorado's 3rd District, and you are important to me. Every day I am fighting in Congress for freedom and our families. Please leave a voicemail, and my team or I will get back to you as soon as possible. You may also contact me and request services through my website at boebert.house.gov. Have a great day.
Yeah, hi, Lauren Boebert. This is Chauncey from the International Stakes and Holdings, letting you know you've been nominated for a Good Sport Award. We watched your interview on Hannity. We saw you just dismantle him. It was so refreshing to see, and we love your energy and what's going on right now. We'd be honored if you'd be willing to join us at the conference in Wyoming, be our guest speaker, required blue jeans and boots only. And if you want a trophy with a cashier's check, we would love to send you one. Please send us your address as soon as possible. But Lauren, keep up the hard work, girl. You're doing your thing. Keep driving Hannity cray-cray. And make those establishment Republicans crazy. That's all we ask you do. Love you. God, stupid. That's so stupid.
Why? So dumb. Stupid. Sometimes I'm just like, why are you the way that you are? Okay, we should start calling more congressmen daily. Just let them know what's going on. Maybe we call Matt Gaetz. We're just gonna call congressmen who are doing a bang-up job. Phone number. Let's see, call Matt Gaetz. What do you want me to say to Matt Gaetz for nominating Boebert? Why do I have to? This is so stupid. Okay, here we go. Found it. Perfect. It's weird that like when I put in his Lauren's number, it didn't like pop up as anything, but Matt, like Representative Kevin McCarthy's like immediately popped up, which is interesting. Matt Gaetz was out of the office until January 3rd. What should I say to Matt? Matt, you nominating Trumpy Poo, Cranky Garcia. I mean, my number is blocked that I'm calling from, but I'm sure, like, you know, they're government officials. It's not like I'm, like, saying terrible things, which I would never do. But silly voice messages. I feel like if I was a representative, I would want everyone in my district to leave me hilarious voicemails constantly. Tell Matt to grow mutton chops. Yes, he should grow mutton chops. I mean, that is just a baby face. Matt Gaetz, I'm calling on behalf of my neighbor, Paul Gaetz. Paul's pretty upset that he's convinced that you stole his last name. Okay. Papa, your premises are pretty incredible. All right, let's call Matt Gaetz. Let's call Matt Gaetz. Hold on. Let me change my attire. Let's just so like he can't track me. Let's see. Just for my lawyers, because I'm suing every elected official for slipping on their floor. But you can talk to him. He's crankier than Dan. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Thank you for calling the office of Congressman Matt Gaetz. We are currently unavailable to take your call. Please leave a detailed message and someone will return your call shortly. Thank you. Have a great day.
Matt, you sound a lot different than you do on the floor. It's crazy. Anyways, I'm calling on behalf of my neighbor, Paul Gaetz. Paul's pretty upset. He's convinced you, this is crazy, stole his last name. And you and I both know that's totally absurd. He probably stole your last name after you nominated Trump today. Great job today on that. If he could only be Speaker of the House, you and I both know that better things would come and better ideas. I just got off the phone with Dan Crenshaw, and he's crankier than ever. He hasn't had his nap in about 5 hours, and he's ready to have a little bit of a nappy poo. So if you don't mind giving Dan Crenshaw a call and letting him know that he's a little cranky. And also my neighbor, Paul Gaetz. Give him a call, let him know what's going on. All right, love you, baby. Bye. That's so stupid. God. Okay, this is the dumbest thing. Do members get extra benefits? Yes, I am going to start doing a members only live stream, and you get. Great question. Thanks for asking me. You get to have a badge. You have special badges, and you get a green next to your name. Pretty soon, when we have tens of thousands of chatters, you will get precedent. But also, I will be doing live members only stuff where we'll get crazy. We'll get a little crazy on those episodes because they won't be public on YouTube, so I can say whatever I want. YOLO. I'm just trying to figure out which day I'm going to have a members only stream.
because I got a bunch of you guys, and you guys mean a lot to me. I mean, the fact that you are even willing to give to this platform in order for me to one day this to be my full-time gig, and then we just explode and have longer sessions and have longer content, crazier content, and then get guests to come in and stuff like that. It's just your way of saying, I like you, Derek. I believe in you. I want you to do this the rest of your life. Like, that tells me everything, man. It means a lot to me. So those are the benefits. If that seems worth it to you, or if you enjoy my content and you enjoy, like, hey, you know what? He puts a lot of time into this. I'll give a couple $1 a month just to say I support you, brother. Like that's pretty much what we're at right now. Just because I have a full-time gig, you know, I'm working. To be honest, I work about 60 hours a week, which is a lot, and I do this for fun, just to blow off steam. So if you, and hopefully, I would like to balance this where my job is part-time and this is full-time. But that's it. I just need to set up an online banking, and I haven't set up my checking account. Once that happens, it become, hey, cool. That sounds so scammy. See, the way my checking account works, I have to transfer money into my banking account. just pay me in, what is that? What's the Logan Paul thing? Zoo bucks? Zootopia bucks? I'm going to leave you guys with this quote of the day right here. Yes, become a member of the Zima Brigade today. Power is like a big lady. Sorry, dyslexia. Power is like being a lady. If you have to tell people you are, you aren't. It's 2022. That quote is so offensive. And you know who said that quote? Margaret Thatcher.
Willian_Core_Day super chatted $2.
Willie! Thank you, my dude. Freaking A, dude. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love that. That's a Margaret Thatcher quote. I saw that today. I was like, I have to read that freaking crap. It's amazing. Willie, thank you so much, man. Freaking awesome. Call a nobody rhyming and pretend you are the head of an official fan club. You are having problems with memberships. I think this is going to be a new thing. I think we're going to call congressmen every show now and leave them messages. Can that be a thing? And then I'll like start the show off. We'll have votes and trying to figure out who we're going to call. Let it not be Ghostbusters. But I think our representatives need to hear from me. You always hear like my boomer relatives. They always tell me, Derek, you need to call your representative and let them know what you think of them. And I've never done that. And now we're finally doing that. We're letting them know what we think of these people. And one day I'll get arrested and it'll be all y'all's fault. But because you give to my channel and you become members, I'm able to pay for the legal fees for the phone calls. Congressional Mad Libs. Oh, yes. Love that. Power's like being a lady. It makes you bloated, cranky, and judgmental towards others for no reason. Hey, that's sexist. How dare you? I'm on my period anyway, so please leave me alone. Congressional Mad. I think I like that. Hopefully YouTube doesn't like make a big deal. I don't think they would. But I just wanted to say I freaking love you guys. You guys are amazing. We will be live again tomorrow night. And it'll be Friday, so it'll be a hopefully you know what? I don't care. Hopefully we won't have Speaker of the House by tomorrow, and we could continue laughing and hysterically making fun of these people and getting some phone calls in, because I need to know how we feel about them. Please share this on all social media platforms. Drop a like on it, comment on my videos. That helps me out. Even if you can't afford to be a member, the best way you can give and support me is to comment on videos and like videos. It helps me out. You guys are the best people on earth. You guys are amazing. I love every single one of you. Willie, thank you so much for the super chats tonight. God, thank you, brother. And thank you for all my members in the chat, like Papa, Willie, Wilson. Thank you guys. You guys are the most amazing people on earth. I love every single one of you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Tell your friends and family. Another show tomorrow. You're too good. Hey, yeah, I'll be here. I'll be back tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow. Hey, thanks so much, D. Looney Slam. That means a lot to me. Thanks. You guys are the most amazing people. Thanks for the last. Oh, good. I'm glad it was funny. I'm glad we had a good night. Let's see if we can get like kind of like this song I chose. You guys are amazing. Have a good night. I'll catch you tomorrow. Love every single one of you guys. Hey, thank you for the good times. And if you ever want to chat me or text me, I will do my best not to show your number to people. I'm not a weirdo. I'm not going to share your fucking, your freaking number with people. That's not my vibe. So if you want to chat me, send me pics, send me videos, or hit me up, hit that up. Obviously, it's not a cell phone number. So if you call me, you're not going to get me. But that's the number. All right. You guys are amazing. Have a good night. I'll catch you on the next episode of The Derek O'Shea Show. Peace out, guys. Love you guys. Bye.